I'm going to wait for folks to notice. I'm certainly going to wait for folks to notice that I am on. We're going to try something different today. Hopefully this works. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. This dang thing been making me angry. Okay? This dang on time-ish. In my defense, right as I set up the stream, my boss called. Okay? She called to tell me the most insane thing ever. It's just insane in what transpired. And I shall explain. So one, I've got my Huion out. I'm going to try to transfer Diablo and Angel. Now, if you guys also noticed, the setup is a little different. The camera is much clearer. I did not get a new camera. This is the Logitech that I use to record videos with. That's why the lighting is a little darker, but you can actually see, which makes it worth it. Like, that makes the whole entire thing worth it. I wonder if I do this. Well, this thing is... No, you're not even plugged in. We're going to try our hand, okay? We're going to try our hand at a couple of things today. But anyway, so as I was saying, my boss calling because, as I told you guys... Hello, baby star son. Hello, Andrew. Whatchamacallit. As I told you guys, my boss, opened another restaurant near the first one that I was helping. And when she did, the POS that she was using still was, and if you don't know what a POS is, oh my God. Freaking cat. Point of sales. The point of sale system. The POS, the point of sale system. Reduce, reuse, recycle, baby. Right? It's very delicate, guys. It's very delicate what this is set up. I'm going to show you, okay? Because I know this camera will actually pick it up. Look at this little, like, it's balancing. It is balancing ever so slightly. Like, it's right in my face. So... And right back there is the old light that used to cast a really big, bright light down here. The cat's cracked the base. It's a $60 light, so I've got to get a whole new one. You guys have no idea how much they've busted up my damn desk. But anyways, so... Ever since they opened the restaurant, and it's a nicer one, the system has not worked. The POS would fight them. It would turn off, it would turn on, it would get these weird errors, it wouldn't connect orders, it wouldn't connect reservations, and they couldn't figure out why. Well, my boss's husband is somewhat of a smart guy. Now, this has been months, and they got a new open sign, okay? And the new open sign is plugged into the same electrical outlet that the POS system is plugged into. They have been calling the rep for the POS system, and the gentleman, albeit a very pretty gentleman, has been giving them attitude over having to come back, and I might have to pull this all forward. And gently, come on, thank you. He's been giving them attitude about this whole scenario. Would you say it's a piece of shit? A lot of, that's a big joke in retail. It's a POS because it's a piece of shit. And I'm not doing anything yet because this is all You'll see. I think Diablo's still a little too high. I have to make sure that their whole bodies are in it, because this little second piece of paper here is what allows it to register onto the tablet. Let's make sure we've got... So nothing as of yet. It should be connection successful. Okay. All right, good. We've got a connection now. Excellent. We're going to erase what I just did. All right, good. The connection is successful. The Chaos Gremlins, which ones are with me right now? I have Sinbad above me, and I have Penny behind me. And I do believe that is it. They did trap me the last few days. Hello, Fluffy Paws. And so, again, they've been calling their guy. They've been asking him for help. And he's kind of been giving them an attitude. Like, you know, I don't want to keep coming out here. It's wasting my gas. Blah, blah, blah. But he's also not finding a solution. Well, her husband looked at the whole setup and said, I wonder, because the only thing new plugged in, because it's the same system that they had, was the on sign. And you guys, it was. Insanely enough, it was the on and off, the opening sign. It was apparently draining so much energy from the plug that it was messing up their entire POS. Which I think is just insane. So what we're going to do is, because I need to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. If you don't know what this was my birthday gift from my husband and my father. You might be able to see there's some... I have to make sure the paper does not move. If it moves, it's transferring. And it is acknowledging pressure. Oh, that's stunning. You know, I don't think I really tried to acknowledge paper pressure before. But see, the only problem is he is right at the top of the screen. So, that's a negatory, good buddy. I may have to start all over, which sucks already. I'm going to lose some of the bottom of the page, but I have to because we're going to lose all of his hair. But if you look, you can see I'm just using the stylus. Focus. Focus. The deep-seated millennial urge to tap the screen to make it focus, but it's not going to work. I think I'm going to do an erase. And start over, purely because I need to make sure that they are fully in the shot. There is a big bar right here at the top of the page, and right here is technically the top of the page. Yeah, if you look, you'll watch the screen. You can see the stylus. I'm right at the top of the page there. Right here's the top of Diablo's head. So, okay. Now, I believe we can... Hello, Adija. Can I help you with something, ma'am? Do not touch that keyboard, ma'am. Ma'am. Come here, Adija. Here, guys, you can see her tail. Oh, God. She's moving the camera. How did you do that? Girlfriend. What? 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 Go. You can see this is the document camera, by the way, guys. Okay, so this is the one that... Stop. This is the one that Penny messed up. And you can see it doesn't show any outward damage. But right there is the camera. Here are the controls. I don't know what she did. I really don't. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to make it better. Have I played the new Animal Crossing updates? That is a no. That is a solid no. I barely have the time to do what I am doing. Not the hair. I know exactly. So I made sure, guys, I'm saving the hair. I am rescuing his hair. Angel's the only one that will see all of her. There will be no leaving anything behind. So, okay. It's a little difficult because I can't move the paper much at all. But I'm going to do my best. But any hoodly. How hard did it fall? Falling is not what she did. She relieved herself on it. We'll put it that way. Thank you, HG. HG knows what happened. So you guys can see that now. Okay. Stupid. Would help if I don't have it just on erase. The hardest part about this is that it's a simple tracing, so I cannot see. Cadence is really losing it? Oh, you mean, hey, Rocky. You mean, shit, well, now, of course, I can't think of her name. Candace. She nutted? No, that would be releasing. She peed. What am I missing? I can't spell her name. Owens, yes. You were close. Just replace it, right? Let me lift the microphone up just a little bit so it's out of the way. You guys can still hear me. This is a good microphone. Either way, yes, Candace Owens. We know she went off the deep end because now, guys, I don't know if any of you heard. To the surprise of literally no one. Who do you think is responsible for the Irani Revolution? Go ahead. Place your bets. Who could it be? If it's Candace Owens involved, who do we think she's blaming? Is it the Irani regime? No. Heavens, no. Is it Trump? No. Could she be even blaming Islam? Again, no. No, it's the Jews! Of course, my children. How could you all forget that the Jews did everything? And if you thought they didn't, yes, they did. You silly, silly children. They did everything. There is nothing they didn't do. There is nothing they haven't caused. There is no problem they haven't made. It's all them. Of course. Bop my forehead. What was I thinking? And you silly, silly children thought otherwise. Oh, how precious and adorable you are. Silly, silly children. Stop blaming some of my ancestors. Bo Jiden would have been funnier. I know. I mean, she's friends with Kanye, but even Kanye has come out. By the way, how are you feeling, Natanya? Your family has been in my prayers. Let's see. Hail to the chat. Ye did nothing wrong, right? Hail Kino. All hail to the chat and the art. Well, we're trying, kids. We are trying. And by the way, children, once again, the fatigue is setting in. The amount of my real life friends that do not understand, that no, just because your fifis are hurt, she cannot help but say things the most deranged way. That is very true. But a lot of my real life friends do not understand. Just because your fifis hurt, just because you don't like it, it doesn't mean what ICE is doing is unconstitutional or illegal. That's first of all. Second of all, and the one that I really need to hammer home, and I did a short earlier, just because you're an American citizen doesn't mean ICE is unable to touch you in any way. This is a very big misconception I've been seeing. People are under the delusion that ICE isn't allowed to touch an American citizen at all. That has never been the case. Never. I don't know where this lie came from. I don't know who invented it. But if you impede federal investigations, if you attack federal officers, you can go to jail. Your white privilege doesn't exist. And what the funniest thing is a bunch of people are realizing it's not real and they don't like it. A bunch of people are finding out the lie about white supremacy and white privilege, and they aren't happy about that. They aren't happy finding out. You thought that was common sense? Oh, HG. Oh, you silly, silly child. First you didn't say it was the Jews, and now you think that you are not above the law? Unless people think that ICE is similar to the CIA where they operate on U.S. soil, wink, wink. No, I wish it was that simple. No, they genuinely believe that ICE is only allowed to detain adult children grew up without consequences. Welcome to FAFO timeline. Exactly. No, I literally have seen people say that the moment they say they're a U.S. citizen, ICE is supposed to just be like, oh, sorry. Even though legally, if you impede, attack, harass, anything to ICE, you are impeding a federal investigation, and therefore that is federal crime. And everyone's been calling me a bot because I've been saying this, and I'm like, no, you're just all retarded. My favorite line is, no one's illegal. Okay, go say that in Mexico. Literally go hop the border to any other fucking country. I do not understand this. And then the absolute brain dead take of saying this is just like Germany 1945. No, it's not. And you do yourself and anyone who died in World War II a disservice by saying that. We are not collecting people to march them off to a death camp. We are not arresting people for simply, like, Jacqueline Glenn made this absolutely sub-IQ comparison. Imagine all you MAGAs, you wake up tomorrow morning and your gun rights are taken away and you have to sell your guns. That is what she is comparing to what's going on with ICE. And I'm like, you cannot compare that. That is a horrible analogy and you're stupid for saying it. Because the people who are getting collected by ICE never had a legal right to this country in the first place. They never had a legal right to live here, to reside here. They never had that legal right. It isn't like they woke up one morning like Anne Frank did and the government had made them illegal. They were always illegal. Always. They overstayed visas. They broke the law. They have deportation orders. These are people that are supposed to be gone because it's the law. And then you sit there and tell me, oh, nobody's illegal. Yes, they are. Because these people are not getting sent to death camps. They're not getting sent to getting beaten, tortured, and experimented on. They're getting sent back home. Home. That's it. You dramatic ass motherfuckers. The people who diddled kids, who murdered, who sold drugs, who did fraud, they're going to jail, and the rest of them are just going back where they came from. That is it. And everyone's like, well, why are they being so mean? I don't know, Star. They work their ass off to avoid illegal and just say undocumented, right? Well, that's my thing, Linda. When everyone's like, well, they've been here this long. Okay. So in all of that time frame, you didn't try once? Oh, well, it's expensive. These are the same people who own brand new cars. They own their own homes. They've gone on vacations. They make thousands of dollars under the table. What are you talking about? Literally, what are you talking about? The underpapered? What, babe? They got their leering sentence. I hate them. One of them is a guy from my friend group back when I was in high school. And he goes, you used to be cool. I don't know what changed. I'm like, bro, I've always been this way. And I showed you guys all that. You saw last year when I was showing a video of me from like, oh my God, I think it was 2010. And except for the fashion, the weight, and the haircut, ain't shit changed. I am the same person I was back then. The problem is, And then they say, go, well, what would you do if some random guy approached you? Some random guy just grabbed you by the door and demanded you get out. Number one, they aren't some random guys. You can clearly see their ICE. You can clearly see they are law enforcement. They have fucking police across their chest. That's first of all. Second of all, if I've got nothing to hide, here is my ID, sir. Thank you. No, I am not going to fight you, sir. They're trying to make it like it's one of these people when you're driving down a random barren road and some random guy in a fake cop car pulls up on you. You're not helping anybody. You are not fixing anything. When you fight and you resist arrest, you put yourself, you put the law enforcement and anyone else around you at risk. Nothing changes. They eventually find out who you are. Summer's gonna be lit. Oh. They don't want to legally immigrate because they have to pay legal taxes. The same taxes that are bleeding Americans dry. I know. I get very tired of hearing it. Oh, well, it's expensive. Okay. Oh, well, it's hard. Okay. So is school. This summer's about to be violent, I know. Another summer of love on the way, kids. It's insane to me. Because again, I would not mind at all if what they were telling me is tax strike anyone for real. I would not mind if in reality these were people being taken to do horrible experiments on. If they were being taken because literally no other reason than the color of their skin. If it was unconstitutional. If tomorrow we woke up and the exact same people that constitutionally, for no other reason than where they were born, they suddenly become illegal, yeah, I'd be like, yo, that's kind of bullshit. This doesn't seem fair. They've never been legal. Never. Ever. Mind you, without going into detail, yes, I do know illegal immigrants. And I've asked them point blank. And my issue is, these are people that I know. They are people I know who've gone on vacations, who have taken out loans, have spent thousands of dollars. And I looked at them and I asked, why haven't you tried? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I didn't think about it. Why didn't you think about it? You had 4 years under Biden where that was the easiest time for you to become a citizen. Why didn't you do it? I was scared. That was the main time when you could have done it and nobody would have cared. And my thing is, Trump has rolled around the idea of making it easier for people who have been here. They better not upset you because you could rat them out. They're good people. They're not criminals. So I shut up. Like, I will say this. I have certain codes of ethics. But it just floors me. It floors me, truly, to hear all this, to see all this. And then when I hear them complain about America, I'm like, why are you complaining? Why are you here then? They haven't, but I'm saying anybody. I hear the same thing. Oh, America's so evil, this, that, and the other. We have women right now that are pretending to date ICE agents to get them killed. I want you guys to think about that. We have women right now that are purposely putting themselves in the dating pool to try to find, dox, and put hits out on ICE agents. Really let that absorb into your brain. Really think about that. Not scared enough to not come illegally. Right. These are people that drive. These are people that travel around. They have kids that go to school. And I'm like, I understand. I understand that maybe you wanted a better life. Okay, cool. They really show the subhuman IQ when they say I was afraid an excuse. It's like a child with fudge all over their face suddenly acting like he has no clue where the damn cake went. I'm not shocked. I'm just sad it wasn't immediately after ICE started. Plus, it doesn't help you can see the crazy on them. Oh my god, yeah. ICE don't stick your dick in crazy and no, you can't fix her, right? I really hope that there's like a call to all the agents. Do not go on any dates. Because when people sit there and tell me, oh, this is just Trump's private Gestapo. He's calling for them. He's trying to get more. You mean he's hiring federal agents? For an agency that's been around since 2003? Do you know we didn't have Homeland Security until 2002? Now, why did we get Homeland Security, guys? Gee, I wonder what happened before 2002. Can anyone remind me an event that might have happened before 2002 that would remind us that we need Homeland Security? What? You know what I mean. It was not called Homeland Security. This is the downside. You can see it's very similar, but the lines of his hair are having a hard time going over. His face went pretty well. But this would go better if I lined it. And I'm too light on the face. And I'm too heavy on the hair. It's slightly working. 7-Eleven. Wow. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers came out. Yeah, right? The right really going to need to harden their hearts about the... I have hardened my heart. That's the problem. Everyone's like, don't you care about these people? Listen. On some level, yes, I care. I care about their plight. I care about what they went through. And do I feel bad? Yes. It's not that it's no, this is not a pen. It's the nib. And I don't think it has any other... It doesn't have brush. It has fountain. Yeah, no, it just has highlighter, ballpoint, or fountain. I don't want to do it overly sensitive because then it'll be a hard time. 2002 is the reason why I can't bring an Instant Pot back from LA, but Ahmed can get a job at a leering facility while shouting death to American infidels. Right? Right. And then my favorite part is that when I comment on these things with just facts, okay? With the literal law, I get told I'm a bot. I get told that I'm making things up. Like, there's these two, I hate to use the phrase boys, because they are adults. They are not 17. They are 18. Who heard about the, the Target employee minors? These teens who got kidnapped by ICE right at the doorway. Anybody hear about that? Boy, howdy, have I got news for you about those teens. Because everyone's loving to say how these poor boys, they were wrongfully detained and tortured by ICE. You know, that's a lie. They were not wrongfully detained. They attacked the officers. Now, was it a brutal and physical assault? No. But they went out. The cops pulled up because the officers rather. The ICE agents pulled up to Target because they were on their break. They were obviously still in uniform, which another low IQ answer was, why would they show up in their full uniform? Who the fuck does that? Clearly, you've never worked in retail and you never worked in a restaurant. When I worked in the restaurants, EMTs, doctors, nurses, vet techs, cops, military, they show up in full gear. Why? Why do they show up in full gear? I don't know. If they're on their break and they have jobs that literally require life and death situations, why would they completely dismantle all of their uniform that sometimes takes up to 30 minutes to get on fully if there's an emergency? Oh yeah, the innocent lady that got pulled from her car. The lady with the black hair. I'm disabled. She wasn't disabled when she was ramming her car into theirs. So tired of it. So tired of it. I'm tired of people saying to me, because one of the guy that was saying you used to be cool, I went and watched on his Facebook page. There's a whole video with a montage of a bunch of assholes who impeded, attacked, and harassed ICE, and they fucked around, they found out, they got arrested, and they're screaming on camera, congratulations. And now as an American citizen, you are getting arrested for breaking the law. And all I get told is, oh, I'm licking boots. No. No. I'm being logical. I hope ICE made her earn her handicap sticker. She only started shouting she was handicapped once they actually arrested her. That's the funniest part. She wasn't handicapped before then. She became handicapped afterwards because, consequences of action suck. There was one lady who decided to dox Jonathan Ross, claiming he lived in her neighborhood. Dumbass forgetting she then immediately doxed herself. If he's your neighbor, ma'am, we now know where you live too. What's that whole thing about pointing a finger and 4 more pointed back at you? And on top of that, when you searched her videos, you found her teenage daughter. She had no care about her own safety. She had no care about her family's safety. She only cared about trying. And literally in the comments, she said, my daddy didn't teach me how to hunt, but he taught me how to garden. Read between the lines. She wanted him dead. She wanted him dead. And so I commented, you are so busy trying to cosplay a hero, you're not even thinking about your child's safety, because I found your child just by looking you up. Oh, then she deleted everything. Blocked me, deleted everything, which I love. Somehow it's completely legal to post all the ICE, their names, their faces, because they're federal agents. At a gas station waiting in line, 2 guys in front. The guy directly in front of me has a pew-pew. The kid in front of him started shoving stuff into his pockets. So dumb. Wow. Again, and this is my problem that a lot of folks, like you said, him the innocent. Do you know my biggest problem with Miss Renee Good? She was about to lead the police on a high-speed chase through a small residential area. How are you protecting that neighborhood? How are you protecting anybody? We just saw the other day, I think I told you guys about it, that black girl went on a high-speed chase. And she killed 2 doctors and her sister's infant in the womb. Internet is a very open secret, thus I pick my battles. I cowered and screenshot! I would laugh, but they're so stupid. They're hurting people they're supposed to protect like their children. They don't see it that way. This is the problem. They don't see it that way. In their minds, they're doing justice. They're doing something right. It's like, again, those women that when they crashed the car, they killed 2 men immediately. And the first words out of their mouth were, "We had no choice, you were gonna kill us." Hi, Bublito. That was the first words out of their mouth. "We had no choice, you was gonna kill us." No, they weren't. You were gonna get a citation, you stupid ass bitch. That's all you were gonna get. And not once during the entirety of them being arrested after the car accident did they say, "Are those people okay?" They weren't DOA. Or is it DOS? Those men never had a chance. She crashed head on into them. Crushed the leg of another old man. And all she was concerned about was herself. The only thing she was concerned about was herself. And this imaginary battle. Yeah, I didn't know if it was dead on arrival or dead on scene. Because dead on arrival usually is when they get to the hospital. Dead on scene is when they get to the scene and they're already gone. So I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Because in that moment, all they think about is the panic. You can thank Ice Cube and his bullshit culture for that. Fuck the police. And the thing is, I get during that time why that happened. I do. I really do. I understand why, because during that time, there was a lot of very bad policemen who did bad shit. It is not the way today. They're talking about 40 years ago when race relations were dropping. They're talking about LA when there was riots and it was still a little bit of that problem going on over there. When gangs were still really bad. Dead on scene is prior to paramedic arriving. So then it is dead on scene. Dead on arrival is anywhere between the paramedic showing up and a doctor. Okay, so then I was right. It is DOS. Thank you, Bublito. So it was DOS. Because literally the cops followed her. And when they got to her, they tried to save the guy, but it was already gone. Police hatred back then was valid. Exactly. Like, I can understand because, again, I've told you guys, my dad was one of those people who used to get beat by police. If people wonder why I am all about compliance, because my street punk father, who literally got beat the fuck out of himself by police in Providence growing up, okay? My father taught me never, ever, ever give the cops a reason. Ever. You want to live to see the next day. They do something stupid, don't give them a reason to be more stupid. Do whatever you can to live. Because you can always fight it out in court. You can't fight it out if you're dead. And so I was raised to be smart. And I made sure that anytime a cop pulled me over, I was the most compliant, smiling, sweet bitch there ever was. As my father has raised me to understand, never hand them the bullets. If you don't want to get shot, don't hand them the bullets. And that's the problem with everybody in this stupid ass fight ICE, fuck ICE. The same people. They don't understand you're not some superhero. You don't want vigilante justice, and then you're going and doing it. You aren't helping anybody. And then you got these asshole teachers in Charlotte. Oh, there's ice outside. Why are you making it a specifically safe place for specifically illegal children? And you think no one's gonna find out? When you're a registered business? How fucking dumb are you? All of them. They literally made it their priority to take care of children of illegal immigrants. Smart, I do a theory though. Are we sure it was as bad as even back then? I will tell you from the stories I've heard from the, social media didn't exist then. And I will tell you from what I watched and a lot of the evidence and a lot of the stories, you had a lot of leftover cops from the 60s and 70s still in the early 90s, especially in California, where a lot of that gang violence was happening, where a lot of that drug violence was happening. You know, that was around the time when literally Bill Clinton got up and said that, Bill Clinton and Joe Biden got up and said that essentially the black man was a super predator. So, you know, the roles are reversed. Now it's white men are the super predator. It's the same bad thing. It's the same bad choices. Same bad rhetoric. You just flip the color. Either way is wrong. And when you got that, you can see why it happened. And my father told me all the time, you know, back in Providence, you had the UK propaganda game. UK has always been about propaganda, but do tell us. Oh, how about Bill Clinton literally feeling that because he feels he's innocent, he shouldn't have to show up to a subpoena. Both he and Hillary feel they shouldn't have to show up to court. Oh, God, the jokes write themselves. I don't know why it reminded me how they've been demanding body cams on every LEO because white supremacy. And now, yeah, I will tell you right now, I was silent before when I was younger about police interactions because I didn't know any better. I have watched more body cam footage than I can even say. And let me tell you something. Kids, the pity is out the window. The pity is not only out the window, it's down the street. It is in a dumpster and it's on its way to the landfill. The same teachers wouldn't raise a finger if some poor kid gets their head caved in by a dozen Neanderthals, but suddenly if Jose Fence Hopper might go back home, they suddenly... I know. Mind you guys, do we all forget that not 2 weeks ago, 2 white kids got stabbed in school? One had his eye gouged out. The other died. That's how we ended 2025. 2 black students in 2 separate schools in 2 separate states brought in knives and stabbed 2 separate white boys. One died. The other lost his eye. Neither were fighting. Both boys had a history of violence. One of them was 18. Known for sexual misconduct against the female students and violence, and had prior issues of bringing knives onto campus. I watch Donut Operator, but I also just watch a lot of body cam footage unedited. I will tell you right now, the amount of you guys I have found out in the wilds of the body cam footage is kind of hilarious. I have found so many followers in body cam footage comment sections because I just comment. You know me, I've got a mouth, I'm going to use it. And then I'll have you guys find me. Be like, oh my God, Starson, they're and it happens so often. And see, that's exactly what I mean. How many of those same situations? But the thing is, back then it was different, Al Dente. I know what you're saying, but it was different. The energy was different. The community, the black community was different then. They had codes. They had camaraderie. It was a different life back then. The problem is the pendulum swung too far, and a lot of people became just insane. They just did. I remember back in the mid to late 90s, it truly felt like racism was going away. And frankly, up until Obama ran for office, it was real. And I don't know if anyone else remembers around the recession, you know, between 2005 to 2008, right around that time. Race was really not something we were all talking about. We were talking about illegal immigrants then, though. That was something we were all deeply concerned about. More people need to be in jail. Yes. The gang violence was insane back then. Yes. Sadly, the only code now is to kill white. It seems to be in quite a few. Like, I will say this. The 2024 election seemed to open up the eyes to a lot of people. Especially a lot of the black community. My audience shows that. A lot of the black community saw just exactly how they would get treated. They saw it in the 2020 election, and they saw it in the 2024 election. And a lot of them saw how little they mattered. They saw how very little they mattered to the Democratic Party as anything more than just a bartering tool. But Obama absolutely... Number one, Obama made race relations super bad, especially with Trayvon Martin, which I'm sorry, the really big kicker here is Trayvon Martin is the reason Trayvon Martin is dead. Because Trayvon Martin jumped Zimmerman. He jumped on him, he attacked him, he tried to take his gun. Trayvon would be alive if he had run into his uncle's house instead of trying to be a superhero. His girlfriend told him to get in the house. Trayvon, instead of calling his girlfriend, should have called 911. But Trayvon Martin was the catalyst for all this. All of it. Because when Trayvon died, they took Zimmerman's 911 call and they chop-chopped it. And as a matter of fact, I want to say it was MSNBC, they had to pay a big fine out of a lawsuit. They had to pay a massive fine because they literally doctored evidence to the public. That's why I get a really big kick. A lot of people sit there and go, I'm a bot. Half of the people who is Trayvon Martin say, oh, Quiet Chris, I realize you are very young. Chris, you're what, 19, 23? Like, so Trayvon Martin was a young black man. I believe he was 16. He wasn't very old. This was 2011, 2012. And Trayvon Martin went to a corner store to get an Arizona watermelon tea. This is no joke. And he got himself, I think it was Doritos. He got himself a snack and a drink. George Zimmerman was the hoodie guy, yes. George Zimmerman was head of the community watch in the same neighborhood. Now, there had been a lot of robberies and break-ins in the area. I'm feeling 22. Stop it. Mr. I Can't Breathe. No, that is George Floyd. He didn't go down the wrong neighborhood. It was his neighborhood. It was his neighborhood. He was staying at his uncle's house. And what happened was Trayvon was on the phone with his girlfriend, and George Zimmerman had been going around looking for the people who had been robbing and stealing in the neighborhood. George had his handgun, and he called 911 and said he was following somebody that he believed was a suspicious person, which was Trayvon Martin. Okay? Trayvon was walking with his hoodie up at night. I think it was 8 or 9 at night, maybe a little later. And he saw Zimmerman following him. What transpired was Trayvon decided he was going to jump whoever was following him. He wasn't going to call the police. His girlfriend told him to. He wasn't going to go back inside, as his girlfriend told him to. He wanted to get whoever was following him. George Zimmerman was on the phone with 911 and was describing what Trayvon looked like. Okay? 911 did tell him to not follow. This is true. Trayvon jumped out from behind bushes, tackled Zimmerman, tried to take his gun. When he tried to take his gun, it was at that point Mr. Zimmerman had a choice. He didn't know Trayvon was a kid. So he unloaded his gun. I believe he shot 4 times. And that is how Trayvon Martin died. Trayvon was not technically guilty of anything. George was technically more in the wrong at the time. However, Trayvon could have easily gotten charges of stalking or whatever. He would have lived through that if he had followed logic and gone inside. Now, nobody heard about that case for months until it went to trial. And Obama heard about it. Now, when Obama heard about it, he decides to make a presidential statement about the race relations in America. And when he made the statement, he said that Trayvon Martin could have been his son. That if he had a son, it would look just like Trayvon. Thus, putting a public eye on a rather small and open and shut case. MSNBC got a hold of the 911 call. Now, when they got a hold of the 911 call, a couple of things happened. You see, the original 911 call wasn't too inflammatory. It was a concerned citizen calling saying, hey, I think I have found the person who has been breaking into stuff here. 911 asks all the questions. Is it a man or a woman? Are they black? Are they white? Are they Hispanic? What are they wearing? How old do they look? These were all very standard questions. So what MSNBC did was they turned around and they chopped all of the 911 questions and they made it look like Zimmerman was just profiling any black man in the area. Thus, they made it look like he was going out looking for just any black man to shoot. On top of that, they claimed that Zimmerman just ran out and shot him. That's what they told the public. That there was no struggle. Zimmerman ran out, attacked Trayvon, and killed him in cold blood. And what sprung from that was riots all over the country. all over the fucking country. Mind you, during this time, kids, Obama was trying to get Fox News shut down because of their reporting on him. Oh, yes, and they did also claim, you are right on that, Kino. Hold on. Let me share that on the screen so people can see it. Zimmerman is a Cuban. He is Hispanic. And they kept calling him white. And during that time, do you know why Obama said what he said, kids? Here's the fun part. Who's heard of Flint, Michigan? Anybody? Anyone? Who's heard of a little town called Flint, Michigan? You see, nobody was reporting on Flint, Michigan, even though Flint had been rioting against Obama for a while. Flint had been rioting against Obama for quite some time because of the damage to their town. And Obama went there and drank a glass of water to tell people the water's just fine in Flint, Michigan. I don't know what you people are talking about. He staged drinking water on a pulpit in front of the whole town. We all know exactly what's still happening to this day in Flint, Michigan. But there was riots all over. So what's a great way to get people to not look at the fact that you're trying to literally shut down your opposition? You're literally trying to take away any opposing voices on the TV. And you're making sure nobody looks at one of your great big faffs. Because around this time was also when Obama and Hillary Clinton allowed the first faff in Gaza to happen. And they let American people get killed. What's a great way to distract the American public? Suddenly make it okay to marry and be gay, which was a great, shiny little way of doing it, and create race issues. In case any of you are wondering, the real reason why Obama passed gay marriage. And the real reason why we got half of what we got out of that time. That's still transpiring today. What difference does it make, you see? Oh, yes. We elders. We elders remember. Yep, they changed the topic. When you change the topic, when you change that topic and you revert the eyes, oh yeah, he sure did. Oh, he sure did. You go back and you look at Obama when he was campaigning in 2008 and whoo, he'd be a Nazi right-wing supremacist by today's standards. He opposed illegal immigration. He opposed gay marriage. He opposed trans issues. All of the things that literally Trump ran on. I love it. I love it so much. It's why I get such a kick out of everybody. Out of everybody. You don't hate the media enough. So, to anyone claiming I've changed, I've not changed at all. I have a very good memory. And I remember exactly how everything went down. I remember because, you see, we were still reeling from Katrina. We were still reeling from 9/11. We were still in the middle of a war. We were still trying to figure out what the hell we were going to do with a country that was falling apart. We were in the middle of a recession. You see, people love to paint me as a racist because I'm white. No, it's because I watch the patterns. Because I've been paying attention to this shit far longer than any of them. You changed your sheets? Shut up. The problem is, most people that are paying attention to politics now have only just started paying attention in the last 10 years, primarily when Trump got elected. So from 2016 to 2026 is really their memory of politics. They vaguely remember the Obama administration. Forget all they know about Bush is that Bush bad. If gays want to get married and be miserable like the straights, more power to them. That which is why I can never give a U-Haul in San Francisco, because lesbians are constantly moving in and out. Damn. Well, trauma's been around. I know. My sheets are colored. Thank you very much. I have one dark set of sheets and one white set of sheets. My racism changes on the week. But that's why it's very lazy. It's very lazy. People love to pretend. I have never, have you never heard the phrase, the ticker jibs? That was literally almost 20 years ago with fucking South Park, and it was about illegal immigration. Ah! We haven't changed. The pendulum has. And guys, I'm so damn tired of it all. I am so tired of the same accusations and the same issues. And ICE, the reason why it operated so well in 2018 is because nobody was rioting then. They all hate Bush until Trump, suddenly Bush is a sweetheart, right? And I'm not saying Bush was a great president. He fucked up a lot of shit. I don't have any rainbow sheets, which means I'm homophobic. But I'm just so done. I'm done caring. I'm done being forced to pretend I care. When you are more upset about one woman getting shot because she went up against the cops and she was antagonizing them for almost 10 minutes and she hit them. First, it was he didn't get hit. Then, he might have gotten hit, but it was barely a brush by. He jumped out of the way. Then it's he has internal bleeding. He deserved it. Good. And then they tell me they're not goalpost moving. Make up your minds. What I love is they pretend that cops are not people too. All of the ICE protesters, as soon as something goes they don't like, call the cops. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. And then they sit there. And it's like with that woman who did that video about Scar that I told you guys about, where she's sitting there pretending that somehow what happened with Scar is happening in America, that it's Nazi Germany, which again, as I go over again, the people who are comparing this to Anne Frank, you're an insult to your generation. Anne Frank was murdered purely for existing. These people are where they're not supposed to be. And they're getting sent back to where they're supposed to be. I'm sorry that I care more about the women and children that have been raped, assaulted, violated, trafficked, and murdered by these people more than I care about Renee Good. Sorry, not sorry. The only thing I don't talk about Renee Good is I have no idea if the charges, because the birth dates don't add up, Whenever I see the arrest records, they say she's 40, but everyone, including her family, says she was 37. So I don't know what is real or not for that. I'm not goalpost moving, I'm merely expanding your mind, right? People claiming that ICE is just randomly snatching people off the street. No, they're not. They're going to places where there's higher concentrations of illegal immigrants. And if you are in that area and you are going to a place of employment where there's a higher concentration of illegal immigrants, and they ask for your ID, just fucking give it to them if you got nothing to hide. It's nothing like Nazi Germany. Nothing. Those people were killed merely for being in the country. They literally were sometimes killed on the spot. When the Germans couldn't find them in the house, they would just spray bullets in the house. Do not compare this. These people are not getting sent to death camps. When they do get incarcerated, they get food, they get tablets, they get all these, they get more than our homeless get. We have a rule that people don't want to hear. When you get a lawful order in America, you're supposed to follow it. Here's the fun part, Wicked. This is something I found out. If they have an order to deport, they don't need a warrant. You've already gotten your due process. That's why you're being ordered to leave. You already have a deportation order. Criminals and prisoners in our country get more stuff than our veterans. Exactly, Kino. If it was literally Germany, they'd be taken just for looking illegal, no release, no correction, right? They're like, oh, well, they got detained for 6 hours. Oh. And then they came back and went right back home. It's just like Germany. Just remember Adrienne Shelley, the actor and director of Waitress, would still be alive and with her family if she wasn't murdered by an illegal. There's just... You want me to feel pity for people who literally had 4 whole years under Biden where they could have gotten the exact free ride they needed. Even my friends, would I feel bad they're going back? Sure, because I'd miss them. But if I told you all right now, I have been doing federal tax evasion for 5 years, okay? And I've been getting letters upon letters upon letters telling me that I need to go to a tax expert, that I need to file something, and I don't. And the next thing you know, I get, open up, it's the feds. Am I supposed to suddenly be like, oh, this is so unfair? Oh, why? And I had this same energy for the squirrel. You guys remember the squirrel in New York? You all remember him? I keep forgetting the damn squirrel's name. Where those creators used that raccoon and that squirrel for their OnlyFans content. For 7 years, they posted these animals. And they were warned numerous times, you need to get the paperwork and you need to license yourself as a wildlife rescue or we are going to take these animals. They were warned. Okay? And all of you were... Peanut, thank you. What did I say? What did I say when the squirrel got killed? Who did I blame, guys? Who did I blame? Did I blame the government workers or did I blame the owners? Because it was the owners. Because in the state of New York, it is free. You can do it for free as long as you are over the age of 15 years old. You spend 25 hours, you take the course, and then you are licensed as an animal rehabber in the state of New York. Fred the raccoon and Peanut the squirrel would be alive if their owners had just done the paperwork. Because then, now I will say this, the workers that came in to take the animals were idiots. Yes, I grant them that. But it never would have happened if they had just done their paperwork. If I didn't pay my mortgage, okay? I have been in this house for 7 years. I've been here since 2019. But I now feel I've been here long enough. And I don't make quite enough money. So I'm just going to stop paying. And suddenly, I get papers after papers I'm supposed to pay. Then it goes into foreclosure. And I refuse to leave the property. Who is in the wrong? Who is in the wrong? And then I sit on screen and I cry. Guys, it's so unfair. This is my house. I can't help it. I wasn't making enough money. But you guys all know that maybe 3 months prior, I had been able to drive to Rhode Island and bought a bunch of food. I was able to travel out of state. No. I bought the house in 2024. So my mortgage rate is almost 8%, sister. You don't want my mortgage rate. Everyone's saying it. Bye-bye house. Bye-bye house. Foreclosure, exactly. Bye-bye house. Bye-bye house. Also, what the hell's up with all the OnlyFans thing? Everyone turning into a digital stripper. Because it's easy. Because it is simple and easy to flash your tits and spread your legs. Because there's a billion lonely, horny people out there that will pay for it if your dick is pretty enough to them. And that is why I don't have any respect for it. So when people tell me that I'm just not empathetic enough, fuck you. You think I don't understand what you are going through? You think I don't understand? Yes, I do. But you're not special. And there's a million other people who want to be in this country that are doing it the right way. There are content creators right now who are doing it the right way. I tried OnlyFans, but I guess I did it wrong. I tell everyone the same thing. I don't respect it, I don't like it, and I don't think anyone should do it. You are just hurting yourself. You uploaded pug pictures. The problem is that theoretically, OnlyFans was designed to just make more exclusive content for your customers without the worry about it getting taken down. Porn is free. Who pays for porn in the year of the Lord 2026? That is also very true. You thought it was an onion joke. Oh, God, no. The first time I heard about OnlyFans was with Blair White. Someone had asked her in a Ask Me Anything, would you open an OnlyFans? And she was like, no. And I had no idea what it was. I didn't understand what it was at all. I missed that Star Son. She was innocent. Somehow, without me even trying, the paper has most definitely moved. I should have taped it down. You live and you learn. Ashley Yoder, that's the female fighter. There's a female who has an OnlyFans, but she just uses it for MMA and... That's awesome. The supply for porn is so much, not even including AI, that being an OnlyFans model doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Unless you've got a group of people who specifically wish to see you specifically naked, it does not make logical sense at this point to be an OnlyFans creator. I think it had its little explosion, and that was it. Personally. I think it is already very, very much on the way out. I'm glad it is, because the problem is that people don't want to admit it. Being a adult content creator like that is horrible for your brain. Horrendous. It is very toxic for you. It is horrible for your life. And people don't want to hear that. I don't know why, but people don't want to hear that being a professional whore is bad. It hurts their fifis. I don't know why. Because, like, no duh. That selling your body is detrimental to your brain. Good girl, Penny. I know this is so weird, but I'm so proud of her. Penny just went to the bathroom in the litter box. So, huzzah for my little girl. She's doing a full thing in the potty. I'm so proud of her. My little anxiety princess. Babe. Husband. I have to wake up Starman really quick. I am definitely going to have to fix this a little bit, because... Let me just... You can see the lines are not lining up. We're very proud of Penny. We're very proud. Very proud. We're going to keep working on the other drawing instead, guys. This was excellent, and I love it. But we'll work on my gi drawing instead, because you can actually see it now. And we'll revisit trying to get that on the line. But I need to get Starman to take the chicken out of the fridge. That's what I need him to do. That would be most excellent for me. I do love this thing, though. I really, really do. This is an amazing gift. I'm very happy with it. Very. And it works spectacularly. Have you read the book Porn Myth? It's essentially compiling and explaining how porn is destroying minds. I have not read it. I don't read books like that normally. I'm more of a fantasy thing. But I believe it. I believe it. I do believe that that kind of imagery? What the fuck? Imagery is very damaging, especially to young minds. And especially to lonely minds, because it changes your chemical makeup. Cooking, we are going to be very simple. I got rice from the place I'm helping out right now. They gave me a big portion of rice to take home. Very kind of them. And what I'm going to do is I use Kinder's, because it's a really simple cooking flavoring. And I'm going to make chicken thighs, because they were on sale. Guys, okay. Total, you know, change of subject. They had chicken on sale at my local market for 99 cents a pound. I got 4 packs of chicken thighs. Sadly, skin in, bone in. I like boneless, skinless personally. I got them for $4 a piece. Please go ahead and tell me that somehow we're not getting back to regular prices. Okay? Tell me that we're not somehow going back down. Because that felt like a nice... Thank you, HG. A very nice thigh. Yes. Very. Yes. Chicken thighs. Yes. 4 packs of them. So we're going to mass cook them all. I can use the bones for broth, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Plus, Starman really likes when the bone's in on the thigh. So that's an absolute steal. It wasn't spoiled. No, there was like 20 more packages I could have bought, but I did not have enough money. So I left them there for other people to get because I would have bought the whole Guys, if I could have, I'd have bought all of the packs of chicken. Because they were all ranging between $3.95 and $5.65. And I was like, shit! That's the prices I remember. It felt good. So I gotta wake up Starman for 2 seconds because I gotta have him put the chicken out into the oven. So that way it can, because the one bad side, I love my husband, guys. I told him put it in the fridge and he put them all in the freezer. And I didn't realize it till the next day. So they're all frozen solid. So then I had to have him go put them back in the fridge so they could defrost. And now I need them to finish defrosting. So they're going to go put into the oven right now to finish defrosting. And then in about, right as I finish streaming, I'm going to put 4 of them in the air fryer so they cook real fast. And then I'm going to put the rest in the oven and cook them in Corningwares along with all the bacon I need to for my breakfast burritos. No chicken bones for dogs. Hey now. Hey now. Turns out prices go down when parasites get deported. Turns out prices go down when you put tariffs on people shipping shit in and out of the country and you incentivize local businesses to start selling again. It's also beautiful. I need to buy yes, I cannot wait. I am pray, guys. We're waiting for the tax returns. When our W-2s come in and we see how much we get, I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I want to get my freezers. I want to start putting stuff the things I really want to do, because we were wrong about the amount of money we're going to get back for the cars. Okay. I want to get the freezer really badly. I want to get the yard taken care of, and I want to build the greenhouse. I really want to get this going, so fingers crossed on that. Air fryer is a massive help. It was a gift from my father, and I love it. My sister-in-law got one too, and I don't know if she uses it, and if she doesn't, I might try to bribe her to get, because it's a Pioneer Woman one. I'd be like, do you really like it? Do you even like it? My sister-in-law's mom usually watches this, so let her know. If she doesn't like it, I'll take it. But hold on, I gotta wake up the husband. Ugh. You guys can hear that stuffy nose coming through. I feel bad because, you know, he just fell asleep. Husband! Please go put the thighs in the oven. Lay them across. Orion, Greta! I don't care if Atticus and Arya are on you. Put them down. Atticus and Arya are always on us. I will have to get 2 separate ones. Here's why. Half of that I cannot grow with the dogs and cats. And the greenhouse that I want to build, I plan on building connected to my house. That's a problem. So I do plan on growing all of those. I plan on having 2 greenhouses. One is going to house the safe for animals plants, and the other is going to house the not safe. Hi, babies. I've got a cat named Atticus. Dude, I got 18 of them. I'm bound to have a name you haven't heard of or that you're shocked about. Come here, baby. Let's see. If we go over all my cats, we've got Axel, Arya. What, Orion? Give me kisses. You go, boy. We got Axel, Arya, Penny, Daisy, Hendrix. I always lose after the first 5 because I gotta make sure. I try to go from oldest to youngest. Then we've got Calliope, Athena, Sinbad, Sunny, Luna. All right, we're up to 10. I'm counting in my head who I've got left. Making sure it's not the younger ones. Okay, it is the younger one, because then we've got Gorian, Atticus, Dante. We have Hermes. We have Cleo, Adesia, Jupiter, and Umi. I got a lot of cats. Got a whole bunch of them. I'm also planning... Apparently, it's really good to have your chickens go around certain garden beds, so I am going to attach a garden bed to my chicken coop. I've got to figure out the logistics of it. I forgot how many cats you are since they are tiny, right? I have so many babies. Now, those are some goated names. I am really big on good names for my pets. I'm really big on strong names. My dogs are Orion and Greta. Like, I'm not one of those persons that's like, oh my god, I've got Fluffy and I've got Marshmallow and Mochi. No, I hate that. I'm sorry to anybody that names their animals that way. I hate it. It makes me itch so bad. I prefer giving animals names that I would be okay naming a human. That's me. The cats I have that have passed away in the last 5 years, 6 years now, would be Bastion, Atreyu, and Zorro, and Nova. So that's how many cats I've lost since 2020. Bastion and Atreyu, they were my first that I lost. I then almost lost Penny. Then I did lose Zorro, and then the year after that, I lost Nova. Hello, Dylan. My dog Coco is not amused. I do apologize. I know of a cat named Mayo, very spicy. I know of a cat named Spicy. Made my finger numb for about a half year. You can even see where he bit me right there, that white spot. See if I can show you right there. That white line, that's from him. I wonder if you can still see it. It's pretty much gone now, but he, in September of, I would say 2024? Yeah, he knocked me out. The girl with the dogs. Yeah, Spicy Mayo, yes. Now that you said it, I do know who you're talking about. Yes. I'm just very particular about names. Sharp little teeth, yes. Spicy bit me because I was saving him. Well, my husband and I saved him out of the road because we hit him with our car. And I was dumb. There's a story about it on my YouTube. You guys can go watch the story. What happens if you have a character name like that asking for a friend? You don't like spicy. I don't like anything spicy. I try not to name my characters or name my animals after my characters, but I've been close to it. Because I have so many normal names for my character. Well, I guess they're kind of normal. You never been bitten? Oh, I've been bitten. I have. As a matter of fact, I don't know how well it comes across the camera. But if you guys see all this patch right here, right? So if you look, it's very old. These are very old scars. My whole arm, if you really look at it, you can see. One, I've got a little bit of vitiligo right here. But my right arm is covered in scars. And if you look right there, right there, and there, these are all puncture wounds. I've got some on my leg too. But this, and this are all from one cat. My cat, Seamus. She passed away Babe? What? At all? Can you go check her urn? Why? Damn it. Your arm is basically patchwork. Oh, both of them are. Both of them are. I have got scars all over me. All over me. This right here is a scar. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. You can kind of see it. Right there and right there. That little line. I was walking down up my basement stairs, and a jagged nail, as I was carrying up the basket of clothes, went right into my hand. And the cut was about that big. Let's see. If you look at my middle finger on my right hand and my ring finger on my left hand, you can see the knuckles stick out in weird ways. I broke this finger and I broke this finger. So you can see it curves out and you can see that knuckle curves out. My mom still got you beat. She ran through a French window as a kid. My boobs. I can't really show it right now. But since we got the little ones, my boobs have become an absolute just landmine of scars. My oldest scar is this one right here. That right there. Starlight gave me that one. Starlight gave me that one. I want to say Hendrix gave me this one. Orion gave me this one. Seamus. Shadow gave me the one on my breast, and there's a long one. Which arm is it? Which arm is the long one? I have to find the 2 dots. That's the top of the scar. But I can't remember which arm it was on. There's a long one that stretches across. The problem is, because I have eczema and psoriasis, my scars actually fade. Like, you can see right there, you can see, like, it looks like I have cut marks from cutting myself. Did you get a tetanus shot? Nah. I've got a pretty good immune system, honestly. Ugh, did it fade away? I haven't looked for it lately, so there's a really good chance it did. But I've got a lot of scars. Oh, I've got scars all over. Cats just can't help but make biscuits on them lady pillows. Well, a lot of times what it is that... Hello, Desert Jack! Desert Jack tagged me in a beautiful video he made reading scripture. Go look at it. Give it a view. I've got scars on my knees. I've got scars on my legs. I was what you call rough and tumble. To say the least. Mrs. Starson showing her battle scars like an Italian mobster. Thank you, little fox. Don't skip. I had it once. I haven't needed it since. If I had, like, something really nasty go into me, I would. But for the most part, I'm pretty. It's just cat claws. Cat claws, cat teeth, so on and so forth. My cats like to reach up and make biscuits. Yeah. Mine have learned because as I've gotten older, them kneading on my stomach has caused nausea, so they are not allowed to knead anywhere on my torso. They can knead my arm, they can knead my legs, they can knead my shoulder, but if they do it to my stomach or my chest, it always ends up getting me like... bleh. I got claw marks on my wrist and I took a lot of self-removal scars. The vertical kind. Oh. But yeah, I actually think I'm almost close to lining this. I didn't realize how much I got done till I just started. Like, I opened the page, but I'm so proud of Gee's face. You guys really couldn't see it, but, ugh. My man. I'll try to get these 2 up tonight. That... Starts out there, that dude with the pole in his chest started talking with the poor worker. They're talking to his pest. I think I vaguely know what you're talking about. I've just had so many, like, random injuries. I've never had anything major, you know. I've never had anything super major, but that's because I'm a relatively cautious person by nature. I don't really feel like getting myself in, like, super shit for no reason. I have so much left to live for. I don't need to lose a limb on the way. I have more scars from knife attacks. Well, shit. I very gratefully can say, no knife attacks here. From yourself. Because I've done that once. I did that with a steak knife and a bagel. It was not a good day. Was not a good day. I was not pleased with myself, let me tell you. Hello, Moto. Starman has the... I went to go talk into the pole in front of me, as if it's the microphone shit. Starman has a Motorola, and he leaves the alerts. And so every time I hear the Motorola sound, I go, hello, Moto. I got my ankle dislocated and my teeth chipped. Oh, and a glass shard between my knuckles. Ah, that'd be the most prominent. My most prominent injuries are the scarring on my left ankle, and it's a bunch of spider veins from where I almost... The doctor literally said he cannot believe I didn't break my ankle that day. He said my bones must be incredibly strong because he doesn't know how, but the bruising was all the way up to my thigh for months. Oh, it was so bad. I've pinched myself with a 9... Ooh. I've never... Again, let me just get some wood to knock on real quick. I have never chipped a tooth. I don't intend to. I've already got fluorosis. I don't need anything else to make my teeth look even worse. I was talking to my friend. She's from England, which is why it was just so perfect to talk about it. Apparently, what I didn't know, guys, is tea is a natural holder of fluoride. And I just felt so betrayed because we all know... Or if you don't, you will now. Growing up, the town I grew up in over-fluorided their water. Let's start with that. Okay? And when they over-fluorided their water, your star son who loves water, drank it like a goldfish drowning. And as a result, my teeth gained fluorosis. And I drank a lot of tea as a kid. So, not only was I getting fluoride from my drinking water, I was then fluoriding it even more with the tea I always drank. And I also said to her, suddenly, British teeth are so well explained. She only found that mildly amusing. Damage from healthy habits, yeah. Hey, sorry, HG. Forgot the best one. Got smacked by a mooring line in the back of the... Sucked like a blueberry for 4 months. I got a good one, too. We had a seizure, too. Ugh. The ankle. Yeah, ankles are a bitch. I hate it when I hurt my ankle. I got one for you. I got one for you, Al Dente. I got you. Let me see. The most prominent injury is when I hit my head twice in the exact same spot. Once on the side of the door and a couple of years falling off the side of some stairs. So when it comes to the most prominent injury is when I cracked my kneecap, my right kneecap on my 19th birthday, walking down in the lake compound's wooden roller coaster. My flip-flop slid forward, and I slammed on my knee, and I felt a little piece of something in my knee for the rest of my life. I can't find it now because I'm too fat, but I know it's in there. Nothing too serious. But I did get a scar on my forehead. Ugh. And then, obviously, when I fell and cracked my knees and caused my arthritis in 2016 and 2017, something like that. But my dumbest almost injury, I did have, like, severe bruising. Hilariously enough, in the same hip that I have what I believe is now lymphedema, and it's a big, hard spot. So maybe it was the start of it there. We all went sledding. Me, Starman, one of my best friends, and her boyfriend. We all went sledding over what we call the sand dunes back in my hometown. And we were up there, we were sledding, and you're having a great time. And I had been waiting to sled. I was a little nervous because, as you guys know, I'm not the smallest creature. Okay? So I didn't want to hurt nothing. But they kept telling me, Cassie, go, just sled. So I got on the sled, and I went down the slope. Now, what the kids have been doing was sledding and snowboarding off a little, and when I say little, I'm talking like the incline. Here was the ground. That was the incline. That was it. Very small. I literally aimed myself to be away from it. Somehow, I gravitated right towards, because I was aiming to slowly sled out to the entrance of the sand dunes and slow to a stop. It was great. As my sled came down, I ricocheted off of that little ramp. And I went, kapoo! And what I was heading towards was the frozen swamps. And I didn't know how deep the cliffs were. And apparently, because I don't remember what I was shouting. Because that had been my fear, was to go sledding off of the cliffs. Everyone said they could hear me screaming, "Why? Why?" And here's what they said. They said, here went the sled. Here went Cassie. Cassie fell below the cliff, and the sled fell after her. They said I went airborne. I went at least easily 6 or 7 feet in the air. Because I went up, and I fell another 5 or 6 feet. No, probably more like 7, because I couldn't reach the edge of where I fell. And when I fell, let's go to the other side of this. When I fell, it was like this. Okay? They were all birch trees. Right? So you see that? I went this way, and I fell and slammed sideways into all the birch trees. And I landed right there, where there was an uprooted tree, and I was that close to all the roots. This was about 5 to 7 feet. And I had bruising all on the side of me. Matthew, do you remember that day? And did I say anything that was a lie? Everybody. But you know what the worst? This is what makes me so mad. I had told my best friend to record it. She didn't. I could have been YouTube famous years ago. But yeah, I had severe bruising. I was stiff because I hit my hip, I hit my legs, I hit my side, I hit my arm, and then I had to go to work the next day. Oh, did I not feel good for a week or two. And what was funny is when they all came up to get me, they were all terrified. And I just woke up, saw all those branches in front of me, and realized I wasn't dead. And I was so happy, I started laughing. And my best friend's boyfriend reached me first, and he goes, "She's fucking laughing. She's fucking laughing. We're all terrified, and she's fucking laughing." But I was just so happy to not be dead. You don't understand. I was so happy just to not be dead. I have Gen 3 Cat 7 tourniquets. Only ones I'll carry. What? In what way? You didn't hear my whole conversation about the chicken? Honey, come here so I don't have to yell. Is the chicken thawed? That was the first step. Go in the fridge. If it's not thawed, put it in the oven so it can continue thawing. Hold on. Ashbeta. This is exactly. Come back. Don't lean like that. You're going to get annoyed. You're just going to hurt your arm and leg. All right. If one is thawed, use the air fryer. Kinder's, spray. Use your discretion on how much time. Okay? I've almost cut my finger off twice. One's cutting carrots and the second one's with a hacksaw. Star won an Oscar for best scene and stunts and no one filmed it. When I tell you, Al Dente, I was so mad. When I was like, "Can I see the footage?" She's like, "Oh, I dropped your camera." I was so mad. I was like, I nearly died and nobody even has a video of it. I sliced my hand once with a toilet lid. Gosh. You guys. Are we all competing to not make it to 40? Well, some of us are over 40. Are we all competing to not make it to 60? Is that what's happening? Putting on lotion. It's going to go down to 16 degrees here tonight, kids. Medical gear does get expensive. Burning always. Have Coben and bandages? I didn't film this stuff, right? I loved digital cameras. When they came out, that was a few things that I loved was getting a digital camera. I had so many of them. I think I had like 5 or 6. Because I always wanted the next big one. I wanted the better one. I wanted the pretty videos. 60 is very optimistic with my luck. We're trying to get there, kids. In one piece. I don't know. I think I'm already ready to line this, which I'm surprised at. I hope I don't see my 40s. Don't say that. Don't say that. You don't know what's going to come. You have no idea what your life is like. Remember, life is never static. Especially here in this country. We are blessed to live in a country where you literally have the chance to change your destiny. It's going to be 25 here tonight, and I'm in a state of bordering Canada. Woo! I am definitely not bordering Canada. I need my hands for art. I need my hands for a lot of things. I like my hands. Exactly where they are. Oh, God. Well, I'm going to share that to my husband. There was a Islamic Iranian journalist and photographer, Sadej Parvizadeh. He's begging people to understand who and what they are. We all understand, my friend. We understand. I don't know how to feel about us touching Iran. Beyond that, these are people begging for our help. They have been, hold on, someone just sent me a message. Sorry, one of the coworkers sent me a bunch of messages that never sent me messages, so I was like, let me see the question. So I answered it. Total side note, it is getting very, 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 very hard to avoid spoilers for the third Avatar. Iran is an excellent litmus test for leftists, and nearly all of them failed it. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Also, yes, bad banana. But absolutely. Because, no, it just proved that, again, none of them cared. Excuse me. See, I partly feel that, but I also am still the party of America first. Now, I understand that taking care of the Iran regime would absolutely protect America. China out of nowhere is trying to threaten us, and I'm like, dude, we saw what you guys are capable of in Venezuela. It wasn't that great. Now, supposedly, that was why the Danger Dorito was over Mexico not too long ago, because of the threats against Trump that were, no. I'm trying to avoid spoilers. I want to see the movie. Then I accidentally exploded the end of my ring finger. Oh my God. Desert Jack, we need to get you like a Nerf suit. Yes. Because I keep clicking thinking it's videos from the second film. And then I have to immediately back out because I realize it's not. But yeah, China started sending threats saying that they won't hold back. And I'm just like, dude, we saw what you gave Venezuela, and we know you wanted to protect it because you wanted the resources there. Now, sure, I'm going to run on the assumption that China keeps some of the good shit for itself, but they can't even build an apartment building or a bridge without it collapsing. The Danger Dorito, if you guys don't know what the Danger Dorito is, I shall show you. Hold on. I could jump and bail on so much stuff. Stop it. Let's see. Let me... B23. Nope. Yeah. Let me show you guys the Danger Dorito. That's what I call it. I call it the Danger Dorito. Danger Dorito! And they showed one of the newer ones lit up over Mexico recently. And it was just sitting there. Like, it was just kind of chilling. Like, just look at this beautiful baby. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the B-3 nuclear-capable bomber. These babies are capable of carrying a nuclear bomb. And so what I've been saying is it Danger Dorito time? Is it Danger Dorito time? I think it's Danger Dorito time. Yeah, they use a lot of tofu dredges, which is just like, you know, brilliant. It's great. I'm sure there are people love that. I'm sure there are people absolutely adore them using subpar leftover products to keep their families housed. Anyone else think Trump has actual Warhammer 40K Marines? Because a lot of the Venezuelan guards talked about, what they talked about is nothing new. It's just the problem is we've been holding back. That's what a lot of Americans are not realizing. America has been holding back. We have been playing nice. We've kept the kitty gloves on for the entire world for years. And the problem is that now the world is starting to see what it means when America doesn't give a fuck anymore. Trying to get the image of that plane over Mexico. American stealth. I can't find the image. It was very distinct. Okay, that's why it was a different... Nope, that's not the one. Okay, so that's not the picture. Nope. Neither of these are the one that I saw. Huh. Oop. Welcome back, Big T. I was 2 years old in 1979. I don't think that counts. Wait, what? This is the problem that a lot of folks don't realize. There's a reason How's your arm more hairy? It's always been this hairy. And they're like the thinnest of hairs. And that just, you know, it's because you're French. It's all right. Oh, and once again, guys, people have been saying to me that, obviously, I'm ugly, so I'm wrong. Somehow I'm wrong because I'm a bot, and I'm wrong because I'm ugly. But I can't be fought against for the facts, so they don't know what is right and what is wrong. I guess so. Or tell me, I prefer you call me slurs, or tell me to go back to my oven. Yeah, people are saying Europe is gathering troops around Greenland, even though Greenland and Denmark met with us. No, you're wrong because you're a woman. Get it right. I'm so sorry. Thank you for correcting me, sir. What any of them thought, babe? Hi, Umi. Hello, little girl. What are you doing? Umi has come to grace us with her presence, guys. Respectfully, you're a cutie, and that's a fact. Thank you. I will say I looked like trash on the video that I posted today, and I'm not looking my bestest today because I very stupidly stayed up till 5:30 in the morning, so I look tired. Hello, my gorgeous girl. When Umi has become another one, guys, who's an alarm clock, she doesn't like when I'm in here too long. Come on, Umi. Good girl. She doesn't like being held. Orion, leave her be. Good boy. Umi also was a street rat, so she remembers dogs far less positively than the rest of them. Leave her be. She needs time. Back up. She needs time, buddy. Break that focus. It's okay, Umi. Give me kisses. Good boy. I know, you gotta break that cycle. Your focus is a little too strong, love boy. I know. No, you do not jump up. Shh. You're fine, baby girl. The worst thing is I think Umi wants to meet Orion, but she's a little too scared. You are much prettier than the lint in my belly button. Good boy. No. It doesn't mean jump up, sir. No. I said good boy. I didn't say get up, boy. Umi, you did a good job. She just gets really nervous, and I really don't need him making her jump. No, ma'am. She just jumped all over the keyboard, guys. I gotta make sure I didn't screw anything up for you. And thank you. I'm so glad I'm better than your Lent. What do you mean lint? The fuck is Europe gonna do? Ask Germany to build an army? They're even more invested in the LGBTQ nonsense than the US was during Biden. I know. But thank you. I had a friend that was a street rat. His name was Aladdin. Shut up. My thing is, and again, people keep trying to treat America like the world's police. Then they get, stream seems okay? What happened? Oh, you mean because, yeah. No, Umi jumped onto the keyboard, and I never know if some weird shit's going to happen when they walk on the keys. So I'm trying to stop her from doing so. Girlfriend, it has not been 3 hours. Oh my God, Umi. This is your second stream out of the crate. I don't think you understand how this works, my love. Orion, I don't want to have to zap you, boy. Shh. Gentle. Gentle. Gentle, boy. This is not gentle. Do you hear this heavy breathing? This fucking back alley. You look real pretty in a skirt. Like, my God, dude. Dude. No means no, Orion. Hey, babe. I think they need a chew treat of some variety. Check the bucket. Hi, Umi. I know, baby. I think Russia was some scary superpower, but they couldn't even invade Ukraine. The whole thing with Ukraine is Ukraine used Biden as a freaking bank account. And he kept taking money from us. So, of course, they couldn't defeat Ukraine because Ukraine had billions of dollars. And that's something that I don't want to happen again. I don't want money going to Israel. I don't want money going to Ukraine. I don't want money going to Venezuela. I don't want money going to Iran. I want us to help them take care of the big problem and then them do the rest themselves. That's what I want. Did you hear that heavy breathing, kids? Orion! I don't know who was yelling at you. Babe. Who was yelling at Orion in the hallway? Can you go see? Someone's not letting him pass. He's trying to get out to you. Well, can you go stop it? Whoever it is hissing at him right now. So he can't even get out of the room. She needs her claws because she attacked me today, guys. She made all my cuts worse. She cut up my boobs more. I tried to clip her claws. She flipped the shit out. That's how I breathe near pretty ladies. Stop it. You can see Umi's kind of in this middle ground, guys. Come on, Umi. She doesn't know what she wants, but she does not want to be on the ground with Orion. So you keep seeing her back up. Because they're little bitches, they can't fend for themselves, right? I thought that breathing was you devouring a cupcake again. I don't even have any cupcakes! Sorry, Umi. Sorry. Y'all need to go from America first to America only. That's what I want. I'm fine with interfering with other countries if it benefits us. I still don't quite understand the Greenland thing. I'm still needing convincing on it. Sinbad's up there. Are you fine with Sinbad? You're so cute. I hate it. She's the most distracting cat, guys. Let me tell you. Please tell me that's Greta. Okay, thank God. I don't need him causing any roughhousing with the cats. Orion's bullying and getting bullied. He's getting overexcited. And that's what's going on right now, is he's getting really excited. I don't know why he's getting really excited. But what's going on is he is redirecting that excitement. He doesn't want me in here anymore. He doesn't want, he wants to see all the cats. And so because he has some kind of pent up energy, it's not coming out properly. Who's growling at him? I told you, get him a chew treat. Like, get him a new antler. Give him something to focus on for a little bit. You can take some of my peanut butter from the fridge and put it on the antler to really give him, like, something to focus on. Okay? What? Do you hear what I said? He didn't hear a word of that. Get him a new antler. And put some of my natural peanut butter on it. That way he's got something to focus on and he'll leave them alone. Could you hear that, babe? Okay. See, this is the part about having a large and intelligent dog that is not as fun. Because when he gets overstimulated, like right now, you have to think of ways to stimulate him that is not going to be advancing his heightened state, if you will. So a great way to do that is give him something to focus on. Mrs. Starr, do you have any favorite YouTubers? VTubers? I only have one VTuber. I really didn't even look at the genre. It kind of just say, please. They are saying I was rude to you. Please do it, love. He didn't even hear me. Do you hear what I said? What? He did not hear that second part. Never mind, babe. That's partly why I can't say please. I'm so busy trying to get it all out. Smuggalana is a good one. Mumu Clover and Tomoe Umari. What kind of names are these? And essentially, Umi, baby. Shh. Girl, pick a struggle, because you're struggling on everything right now. Come here. Girlfriend, you having a moment. You having a whole ass moment, Umi. The only VTuber I like is Nux. Nux and a girl. Calm down. That's sweet. Look at her cute little paw. What? I know, Umi. Fallside. Rima Morningstar. What is these names? They sound like strippers and freaking drag queens. Yeah. Look at this precious little girl. Look at this little girl. Yeah, Umi Zumi. Oh, the baby girl. She's just the damn cutest thing ever. Ah, the blue Jew, yes. The blue retard. Hello, pure dove. Or the puree dove. Or pureed ove. Just look at this little girl. She is equally the most relaxing and irksome of my cats. Because now that she's out of the crates, last night when I was trying to relax, because I needed a little bit of steam, I was playing Zelda. Somebody, little cute paws, little feet. Look at them little feet. Look at this baby's feet. She's just got the cutest little paws. It's just, oh my goodness. I just want to hold him. And she won't let me. Can I hold your paw? Can I hold your paw? Let me hold it. Yay. Yay. I'm happy. I get to hold this precious little paw. Look at it. She's so annoyed. But she's tolerating it. Umi's a good cat. She really is. Oh, fine. I guess we can create and draw. God bless and bye. Where you going? Oh, Al Dente has to bounce. God bless Al Dente. I was like, you just got here. Now I've got Adesha and Cleo behind me. I have all of my kitten girls in the room right now. I've got Umi, Cleo, and Adesha. To baby paws, I know. She's just the cutest damn little thing. I hate it. Feline femmes, I know. Adesha, ma'am, leave her alone. She just was crawling up to the desk, squeezing in between stuff so she could try to bite Umi's tail. Like the wee little shit she is. The fur babies are the weakness? 100%. 110% my cats are my weakness. Jupiter, what are you doing? Jupiter. Come here, buddy. Come here. I call Jupiter, who goes over but Umi. Feline femme sounds kind of gay. Well, I mean, they are females. The pugs are settling in for a nap. No. They're just settling down for a warm winter's nap. What are you doing, baby girl? Much to my delight, I found out this year, guys. Ooh, Umi. Easter is on Greta's birthday. Don't eat the plastic. We don't eat plastic, ma'am. No pica. Okay. I'm not trying to crash out, but if she makes me mess up this drawing, I'm going to be so mad. I can't lie. I love her, but I'll have a meltdown. I'll have a small meltdown. Just a little bit. Going for your evening walk. Love you too. Have a great night, Desert Jack. Tell everyone we said hi and we love them. Not better for me, I fear. Oh, no. Yes, the king is here, guys. Umi. What? What? Come here. What? What? Come here. What? Come here. Yeah? How darling is this damn cat? Umi. What are you doing? Ruining line art. No, girl. Okay, you can jump up. Oh, God. You don't even like Sinbad. What are you doing? Just they're out here giving me heart attacks, kids. No. Umi, no. on top of the PlayStation. Umi! Get down! Get! I can't move because Penny's on my butt. Orion, go eat your peanut butter. You don't even like Sinbad. God almighty. Is Umi a Russian blue? We don't know. And it's UMI, and I don't know. She does look like she has the Russian blue shine. Like, sometimes she straight up looks blue. She is fixed because I've had her now since May or June. Maybe even late April. I have had her for a while. She has not had a single heat. Not a single one. The universal call of all parents as a warning. I know, right? But she looks... Her only issue is Russians don't have any white. She has a singular, teeny, tiny patch of white under her chest. You, ma'am, are being a pain in my ass. This was her last night. It was so bad. But yeah, her fur gives off that bluish hint. And it has, so apparently in Russian blues, that shine they have on their fur, that whitish shine. Is that me in the drawing? It is. I can't be that ugly because everyone can always spot when I draw myself in a drawing. Not just because I'm fat. Although I look real trash right now. I gotta leave, guys. Catch y'all later. Bye, Quiet Chris. For those new to the Star Son lore, this is my 100% comfort character, Guy. She could be mixed. If she's mixed, it's a really light mix. I personally think because her paws are just so well shaped, she is overall like just... There's just so much good about this cat. I have a feeling she might have just gotten like a bit of a genetic... See, look, there's another white patch. You guys can't see it, I don't think. But there's a white patch on her belly. And then there's one right here on her chest. What, you gonna get me? Are you gonna get me, Miss Tough Girl? Tough Girl, huh? She likes to gnaw. But it doesn't hurt. Like, she's really gentle. Normally, on almost any of my cats, this would be extremely painful. But she's actually really sweet and gentle. What, you gonna get me? Oh, so tough, Umi. Umi's so tough. You guys, I'm fearing for my life here. She loves to gnaw. Get me. Yeah, oh, so tough. What Umi-Zumi? And you can see that bluish hint and the silver. Apparently in Russian blues, there's a little bit of air. There's a little bit of air in their fur that creates that silvery color. Oh, baby. You getting annoyed? Okay. What? You want to see what I got? She's so annoyed right now. Watch out, a dust panther. She has big eyes in his vocal. I know. Oh, she's the sweetest little cat. Yeah? What? Yeah, so sweet. What? Looks exactly like my Harley, but mine is a psycho. I will say this. Umi is just... When I say one of the nicest animals, she is so nice. Yeah? You want a bite? Just like touching her paws. She's not a huge fan of this. Oh, you gonna get me? What she loves is Ginger Dill gave me these earrings. She is obsessed with these earrings. And I've had to hide it because she keeps trying to chew on them. You can look, but you can't eat. Nope. Nope. Bad girl. And every night when I get in bed, she's waiting on my pillow or she's waiting in the crook of Starman's arm. And when she's in Starman's arm, it's not too bad. But when she's in my pillow, guess who can't go to sleep for a hot minute unless I have to just, disturb the kitten. This is actually purple. It looks blue on screen, but I think it's because of her. This is actually purple. He looks like something out of a Fabio book cover. Why, thank you. I am rather fond of him. All right, you gonna relax for a little bit, baby girl? Can I draw? Thank you. Thank you. What a good girl. That's her new chew toy now. No. We can't do that. Was it? No, ma'am. So bad. She listens to. She really does. She's a very... What are you doing? What, you don't want me to draw? What do you see? Oh, is it Axel? She likes Axel. I'll tell you that. I don't know if you hear that, but Orion is causing problems. What is he doing? Of course he is. He's trying to steal Greta's antler. At least one of my gray pets listens to me. Right, Umi? Right. Girl. She may listen, but she also wants to get in the way. With Aviana and with Guy, their hair is a character in and of itself. I think that's one of the reasons why I find them so comforting. Drawing their hair feels so good. I enjoy drawing their hair so much. That little bit of mess and wild tangle. Just like Choco, all right, supposedly. Atticus. What are you doing, bad boy? Little tippy toes. Well, Atticus is about to ruin this room for a little bit. Their hair is very fantastical, I have to say. It's why I love it. Ugh. That's why I get such pleasure out of drawing him and Aviana. But I couldn't do them together because I think they just wouldn't match. Like, as a couple, to begin with, no one gets Gee but me. But also, it just, I think, would have been way too much if they had the exact same hair. They would have, despite the fact they're literally different color skin tones. Like, she's all gray because she is more like her dad, and she has the pink hair. Despite all that, I feel like it would come off like they're siblings. That's what I feel. Damn, Atticus. There are laws against that. Shit, literally. That's nasty. That's nasty. And then you walk on my fucking keyboard, you piece of shit. God. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Girl. The double coating on Atticus seems to be working for the moment. Luna, my little psychopath, what are you doing? She has been particularly crazy because of how cold it got. The drop in temperature is directly related to my animals acting funky. Because I had to get nasty with Dante the other day. He had been doing great, and then out of nowhere, like, when I tell you it was bad, it was bad. He went for blood with Gorian one evening. And I literally had to take the table and slam the table down. Just to scare him. He got to the top of the cabinets, and he would not come down. He was scared. And I was like, good! Umi, can we not chew on my binder? Umi! You bad girl. No. That's my finger. You can chew on that. What? Don't you mess up my line art. Don't you do it. Yes, the cold. It is, actually. I looked it up. Apparently, the colder your house is, the colder, the more your animals can be very aggressive. Especially if they're not used to the cold. And I've always had central heating and air. So when the temperature dropped for the first time in all their lives, they don't know what to do with it. She wants a piece of ghee too. I mean, who can blame her? I know, girl. The one part about cringe culture being allowed that I like is I may not be cringy about other people's. Umi, my stomach craves your bite. She's now chewing on my pens. Girl. Girl, what are you doing? Girl, what are you doing? This is not for chewing. Neither is he. Well, not for you. Girl, what are you doing? Huh? Besides being an almighty distraction. She just is not used to me sitting here. None of them are. The kittens especially are not. The adults, they are. The boys, a little, because I used to take them out about a year and a half ago for the, whatchamacallit. The streams I used to do with, horror. I hear antlers getting thrown around, so that's a good sign. That means Orion is tossing his about and trying to get all the peanut butter off of it, which is excellent. We want that. We need that. We do not do it. Umi, do not do it. And then there's huskies who love the cold. I always feel bad for the ones in my area in the summer. I know. I do not understand owning a husky in hot weather. Anywhere that's hot. She wants to make her own art. Unfortunately, it's postmodern one and requires a sacrifice of your pens. I'm sorry, my darling. You can't do that. I'm gonna touch the paw. Aha. Pippin steals my art supplies. Zorro used to do that. He would sit on my lap and I would get... So I would leave the pen right there and I would see... Just like this, I would see a little... And he would just snatch them, the little shit that he was. He would send my pens flying off the table all the time back in the day. Or he'd sit on the printer because... And if you go look at my YouTube, you go look at a very old short. Might be a video. Back from 2009, 2010. It's Zorro sitting on my art desk being the most distracting thing ever. Back then, it was a lot harder for your cute cat videos to be popular. And I was very mad because Zorro was always a cute kitty. Don't mind me. I remember once somebody got very mad at me for drawing myself bucktooth and fat. And they literally said, why do you draw yourself that way? I'm like, because I'm fat and have buck teeth. Yeah, but why would you draw that? I feel like I should say again, because I'm fat and I have buck teeth. And they were like, yeah, but why would you glorify it? I'm like, what? I draw myself how I look. It's not very attractive. Okay? I'm just drawing what I look like. And I will always be confused about that interaction. Well, it just seems like you're glorifying something. I'm just drawing myself, dude. What you talking about? To this day, that will always confuse me. I draw myself as I look. Exactly. Like, thank you. God. What the fuck kind of question was it? I just don't understand why you draw yourself that way. Because that's how I look. Yeah, I understand that part. Do you? People draw what they want. I don't know. Lady drew... I know one lady drew Huntrix as fat mermaids. Ugh. I feel like you said it just to get me mad. People with low self-esteem will always try to put their issues on others. Right. Like, I don't feel like creating myself to be something I'm not. I try to make sure that when you see my artwork of myself, you will immediately know it's me. Just like Pure Dove immediately realized with the pencil sketch that you could barely see that it was me. Because that's how I fucking look. What, baby boy? You got a zit? What? Babe. Preheat the air fryer. Run it for 5 minutes on 400. And make sure you spray oil on the pan, on the basket, please. Now, of course, Raven's not here to see that part. Why do you draw yourself? That's Raven. I know. Would that not be hilarious? Said the one with the nose ring. Many such cases. Ah, so you do watch Nux. Many such cases. Many such cases. I do like when he says that. I mean, if you drew yourself like something else, people would get on you for that. Exactly. If I didn't draw myself as how I look, do you know what would happen? Oh, so you're ashamed of how you look. Oh, so you know you're ugly. A little, but still, it's like those people drawing anime characters who are not dark-skinned as black. That's not a lot of, there's a lot of, not a lot of black rep. Maybe because it's Japan. I know. I'm here just vibing. Oh, see, so I said please. It's just ridiculous. I'll just never forget that because I'm still, like, I don't know. I just drew me. I don't know what else you want me to say, dude. And it ended with, well, you should lose weight. Your YouTube, you don't follow what you say in your YouTube. Like, yes, I do. Although I will say I've gained weight. I have gained weight back. I do need to lose it again. But as you know, oh my god, excuse me. I have a plan. Boiling eggs. It is so crazy what literally only a couple of weeks can do to you. I was down to almost 370. I had a lot less fat on me. And within a few weeks. So just bear that in mind, guys. How quickly your progress can go. Has a lot of cool views. Absolutely. There are times when I don't agree with Nux, obviously. Which is why I get a kick when everyone's like, oh, you're brainwashed. You literally have no idea what you're talking about if you think I am brainwashed. The exact same people that say I'm brainwashed will then not even consider looking at video evidence that I talk about. They will laugh and mock at the actual evidence that I present. And I'm like, you don't even hear yourself. That's okay. I still love you. You're still my friend and I love you. I need to hard boil more eggs. I need to make my marinade. I hope I have enough to do it with it. Someone needs to be bigger so I can give them eggs. Someone needs to be a neighbor. Oh, well, I am so sorry, my darling, but I just bought this house. I can't move. It's like in writing when you write characters outside your demographic. You can't do that. But if you write a character's mind, it looks like you racist self-insert. I know! Like the fuck? Make up your mind, people. Make up your mind. My thing is, if you are writing your own story, what does it matter if it's a self-insert? See, that's where I don't understand self-insert hatred. If it's in a fanfic, I get it, because then you're literally just maneuvering it so that way you can play off your fantasies. But if you're writing the entire thing from scratch, what does it matter if it's a self-insert? You're creating that for you on every capacity. You're writing a whole new story for yourself. What does it matter? I don't get it. Yes, Orion. Ugh. Just look at my magnificent man. Just look at him. It's your creation, exactly. Umi, he is right over here. If you're trying to get away from him, you picked the wrong time. Hey, babe. I've got Orion. Can you come get Umi out of here? She seems like she's trapped. Orion. You need to chill. Sit. Good boy. You wait. You wait. You're being brainwashed, says a person who gets their news and views from a dog abuser, a hedonistic with a woman's name, a wannabe tough guy with a tiny head, and a gay femboy Yahtzee, right? You gotta wait. Bring her into the bedroom or something. She seems like she's stuck in here. You wait. Let me know when she's all set. On the floor? Good. That's all I care about. Because she kept running back and forth between the desk and between the two desks. And I'm like, I feel like she wants to get down and is just too scared to. She is terrified of the dogs. And I know that is entirely Orion's fault. Someday, in a couple of months, she'll be able to walk around the house no problem. Now, this is where Starman has purposely not acknowledged it, but I have already acknowledged that in the next year or so, I may be getting a third dog. Not because I want one. However, Orion is extremely bonded to Greta. Scary bonded to Greta. And the problem is, him being so bonded to Greta, they believe that every character's thoughts and feelings are secretly the author's. They blame the self-insert for poor writing and storytelling, or it is maybe that they confuse the two. Right. A Yorkie? No. The reason why is Greta's going to be 10. Orion is getting older. Distribution. I listen, so far it's been the distribution center, the system, because like I tried to go out and adopt a dog and Orion got dropped on my doorstep. So I literally went out. Starman and I decided together we were going to get a dog in 2017. And we kept looking for that dog. Okay? We were looking. Well, Starman said he'd leave if you get another cat, but not a dog. I've been telling Starman for the past 4 years, we need to look into getting a third dog. And the reason why, Umi, why are you back in here? You did, girl. All my work for nothing. As I was saying, the problem is that Greta's getting older. Stop licking my water bottle, ma'am. And if something happens to either of the dogs, because the whole reason we got Orion in the first place was we needed a second dog for Greta. Girl, I am not putting ink on your face. Stop it. Regular people, Yorkie, what's that? Star Sam, Manic Scream. It's a nope. Same thing happened to me. Oh, yeah. My friend adopted Orion somewhere in New York. And her husband couldn't handle him at only 9 weeks old and threatened to kick him out. And as you know, he is a very large pit bull. He was large as a baby. And I already knew when he was a baby, I could not adopt him out in my town because there's a lot of dogfighting rings in my town. As a matter of fact, about 4 years ago, a gigantic dogfighting ring got broken up in my town with over 50 dogs. So I'm really glad that I never put Orion in the system here. And Orion would have been perfect for a dogfighting ring. I'll be honest. So they couldn't handle the dog. Orion got dropped on me. And at the time, I had been looking for a 2 to 3 year old female non-pit bull dog. That was the opposite color of Greta. And what I ended up getting was Orion, a male puppy pit bull. And the only thing I got that was not against what I wanted was Orion is the opposite color of Greta. That is the only thing I got that I wanted. Wanted to get a boxer terrier, got my dog instead. Greta I got because my dad and mom's neighbor had a litter of like 17 puppies and she had to get rid of them. What's the sitch, right? And she had to get rid of some. And I took Greta because she was getting abused by the other dogs. She was getting abused and attacked. She was the smallest of the litter. She wasn't able to get enough food. So the problem I have right now is Greta wanted a playmate back in 2017. She was standing, no matter how many times we took her to the dog park, we took her for walks, we played with her. We could play with her for 2 solid hours. We could take her to the dog park, have her run around the dogs. Within an hour of being home, she would get up in the middle of the living room and go, and she would just stand there and whine for like 2 hours. She wouldn't stop. It didn't matter what we did. That's a lot of babies. Yes. It's a lot of babies. I know, Orion. You heard me making the fake sounds and you had to join in. I know. A piece of shit. Anyways, so... Baby, did you preheat the air fryer? All right, go ahead and take one of the packs. Put it in there and use the buttery onion, please. And so that's how Greta came to be in 2016. 2018, now you know how we got Orion. And again, we had gone to the shelter. We had her, so you kept the runt puppy, which is Greta. Exactly. Greta was the runt, and she ended up being one of the healthiest out of all the dogs. Quite a few of the puppies died from seizures, which was really scary. And no, Orion is just super nosy about everything. We'll pretend it's Big Brother mode, but it's just he wants to see if there's something he can get his nose into. My Rocky was the run. I know he's younger, but still. And so I was telling Starman from year 3. So essentially for the last 5 or 6 years, I've been telling Starman, we're going to need a third dog. We're going to need a third dog. And obviously the amount of cats we got have put a hold on that idea. Not owning the house. Just a lot of stuff. But now that Greta's getting a lot older, look, I want Greta to live till she's like 20. She's still a very healthy dog. But I don't know how long they're going to live. And I need to make sure that, one, a lot of the training that I did with them gets instilled upon the next dog. And 2, I need to make sure that if one of them passes away, the other one has somebody to lean on. I don't want them to be super depressed. And Orion, I don't know how he'll be if he doesn't have Greta. I don't know. I know that we can take him from the house and he can go play. I know Starman has taken Orion by himself without me or Greta, the 2 most important ladies in Orion's life, and he's been okay. That being said, is that something on my screen? Okay, yeah. Dogs need support. Exactly. And Orion is a very emotional dog. He loves big. He reacts big. And I need to make sure that I keep all that in check. Greta, did you hear me talking about you, you beautiful baby girl? And I can't run the risk of Orion starting to treat the cats like dogs, because that's what he does. A lot of the big problems we have with Orion is he will try to nip at the cats the way he nips at Greta and treat them like dogs. If they're as bonded as you imply, he'll probably break. That's why I need to get a third dog now. If I get a third dog now that Orion can bond to while Greta's still alive and happy, and Orion can get those good feelings imparted onto, that's the aim. Over the next year and a half, I'm going to start preparing the household for dog number 3.
How long, how much?
4 pieces. Because each pack has 4, right?
I don't know.
Choose a pack with 4 pieces. Spray the tray. And then, I told you, use your discretion. So I would say probably 3. Sir, you know how to cook.
I'm not good with that.
$3.90, 20 minutes. But that's why, like, it is not just a matter of me, ooh, I want another dog. Frankly, no. I will tell you I am a cat person to my core. And if I could have it my way, I want small dogs. They are way easier to take on vacation. Way easier to feed. And their food goes on discount a lot more often. But I do like big dog privilege. And thankfully, a lot of people in this town who don't like big dogs, if they see that there are big dogs on the property, will be less likely to break in. My intention, frankly, although I don't really need it, I would love to have a livestock guardian dog for just the property. Our Sasha passed away the day before the start of the first of the year in university. Still not over. I'm so sorry, baby. Hi, Rachel. What? I guess you're going to have to do 2 then. Whatchamacallit. And so that's where, and see, I don't want it to be a puppy. Oops. That's why. Yeah, this is like balancing by a thread. I really don't want it to be a puppy, but I don't think I have a choice. I think it's going to have to be like an older puppy, but a puppy nonetheless. I don't want a puppy. Puppies are a pain in the ass. See, Starman saying it too, but I might not have a choice because of the cats. What are we supposed to do? What do you want to do then? So you want to be an adult? I miss Maggie still. I'm so... Huh? See, Orion was a really tough puppy. Greta was not, but Orion really was. He was a really hard puppy. He was a destructive puppy. He was a loud puppy. He pooped in the house constantly. He peed in the house constantly. Orion kind of ruined puppies for us. It's going to have to, if we get a puppy, it will have to be like the perfect puppy. It will have to be another Greta, frankly. So that's where we're at on that. So I'm going to have to do a lot of research. Obviously, the shelter plays a big part in it. What are they going to have available? And my shelter is rather large, so it's not like there's not a chance. I prefer to adopt a dog that would otherwise die. But there's so much that goes into it, guys. Oh, there's so much. Ugh! Star just cloned a younger Greta, right? Oh my god, how perfect life would be. Ugh! Just give me another Greta. Lord, please. A girl can dream. But we have now reached the 3-hour mark, guys. And my furry gray alarm clocks, all of them, because Jupiter, Adija, Umi, Orion, and Penny have all informed me that Mother needs to get off of the computer. Orion, what did you do? Why are you trying to scare the babies? Don't. Oh, guess what, babe? What? You're never going to believe this. I looked up dog bowls. Guess what is still available? The exact ones. Somehow the kittens split Orion's dog bowl down the side. There's a giant crack in it. I've got to replace it. I looked up the dog bowls because I was saying to Starman, well, we're going to have to get a third one anyway for when we get the third dog. And the exact same dog bowl that I bought in 2016 and in 2018 still exists. That's pretty awesome. They want Mother's attention now. They've wanted Mother's attention since hour 1. But they were more apt to leave me be. So, just me and my invisible man for you kids today. But I love you all. Please pray for Venezuela. Pray for Iran. Pray for our own citizens, my fellow Americans, to get a fucking clue. Pray that this first month of 2026 gets a little less chaotic. I lift you all up in prayer myself. It is going to be a crazy year. I can tell. Hi, Jupiter. I know. But I love you all. I will talk to you all soon. I will see you all next Tuesday. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, guys, I love you all. Be safe. Have a wonderful